Hey girl, hey, it is your girl Tiara of Reflected Glory by Tiara. And on today's episode, I am going to be talking to you about another beautiful fragrance from the house of Nishane. So, if you are a returning subscriber, hey girl, hey guy, hey, thank you for returning. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Shout out to all my new subscribers. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. If you are not a subscriber, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Make sure you click that like button and that you turn on your notifications so that when I upload new videos, you guys will be the first to know about it. Your girl be uploading, and I'm just, enjoying my fragrance journey, and I hope that you guys are enjoying yours. So without further ado, let's get into this fragrance. Okay, you guys, so I'm sure that you guys have seen by the title that your girl is going to be reviewing the House of Nishane's Vain and Naive. And here she is. Now, normally I would do like, oh, it came in this box. Here's the sleeve. Here's what it looks like when you open it up. But because I have already reviewed Nishane's 100 Silent Ways, I decided that I'm not going to do that this time. I'm just going to show you guys the box and what it looks like when you do get it. It has that same, Nishane signature look to it. Very simple, but kind of classy at the same time, if I must say so myself. So this is the box. I already have the perfume out, you guys. Vain and Naive. Why did I choose Vain and Naive? Okay, so I chose Vain and Naive because when I went to the fragrance shop and just was smelling all of those perfumes, this was one of the ones that was on my list. So I made a list of all the fragrances that I really, really enjoyed. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to get these on my own. I'm not going to buy them here. So that's what I did, I went on my favorite perfume websites and just went ahead and purchased it. It was I think it was on sale for about $100 and maybe like a little bit over $100. And so, yeah, I was happy to get this fragrance. This is the 1.7 ounce fragrance. Now the 100 Silent Ways, I'm gonna let y'all know, that one was the 3.4 ounce, and that one you get a lot of perfume for 3.4. So with this one, I don't really feel too bad for only getting the 1.7 because as you can see, like, it is still quite large. I'm gonna hold it up and you can kind of see like the width and everything, the height and everything. So yeah, so that is that. Before we get into the actual fragrance, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you some of the accords, and then we're gonna get into the fragrance notes. So your main accords for this fragrance are fruity, sweet, woody, rose, amber, citrus, powdery, warm, spicy, white floral, and vanilla. Now, for Vain and Naive, I would say that I don't really get a whole lot of fruit when I smell this fragrance. It does not, and fruity is the very top accord that they put on here, which is crazy. This fragrance smells so good, y'all. But as far as the sweet goes, I would say that it is more on the sweet side. Not fruity sweet, not even gourmand sweet, but just a sweet, like a sweet flower. Woody, I don't get any woods in this. I don't get any woods in this either. This fragrance actually is all of the accords, like, it's just an interesting group of accords because, like I said, I don't get like hardly any of the top things on this fragrance, but I'm getting the bottom accords, which are the powdery, the white floral, and maybe a citrus in it, but it's kind of complex. I don't know how to describe it. Like, this fragrance honestly does not, usually I can agree with the accords, but on this one I don't really agree with the accords. But that's not to say that this fragrance isn't, doesn't have these. It's just I'm not picking them up. So for your top notes, guys, your top notes are orange, bergamot. Your middle notes are raspberry, plum, rose, jasmine, and cedar. And your base notes are sandalwood, tonka bean, musk, benzoin, amber, and patchouli. So they do have some fruits in here. Like I said, I don't smell any of the fruits, guys. I just smell like, let me go ahead and spray this, because this is what we waiting on. This is what everybody wants to do, is like really just hear about the actual fragrance. So as always, I'm always going to show you the spray, and that is a very saturating spray. Like, it's a wide spray, but it pretty much, I don't know if you guys can see, I mean, it pretty much covers like my whole entire wrist. So really, like, you may spray this, but you may not need like to spray a whole lot, just because it like literally, like, that spray is like wide. So, and when I spray this, y'all, I get this very like sweet, I can say like this is a very lotiony, like creamy lotion. I'm not talking about creamy as in like gourmand creamy. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like if you can envision like a Pond's cream, like a cream in a jar, like that type of cream scent. This is what it's giving me. It's giving me very creamy. I can smell the white florals in this. And you can even smell the powdery notes. This is not a baby powder scent. This is a more of a powder, like a fine powder, almost like maybe like a makeup powder, not a baby powder. Okay, there is a difference. There is a huge difference. For the girls in the back, there is a difference. Yeah, this is a beautiful, soft, powerfully soft scent. So, you know, I went to the wax place today, and what are you wearing? You smell really, really good. And I was just like, oh, I'm wearing, I couldn't even think of the name, y'all. Like, this is how green I am in the fragrance community. But I was just like, girl, like, what is wrong with you? You can't even remember the perfume. But yeah, I ended up telling her Nishane. It's called Vain and Naive. But she was like, yeah, it smells really, really good. She said, I've never smelled anything like that before. And she was just telling me like, you know, I don't really go for the big brands here, you know, in the United States. I just kind of like, I like the scents that are kind of like, you know, overseas. And I said, yeah, this is Istanbul. And so, you know, I was just trying to tell her and put her on game about this fragrance. And, she's right. Like, it is a fragrance that is unique, very unique. It's got that white, that white floral, that powdery. It's the powder is like, it's pretty moderate. I will say it's not, but it's not the same type of powder. It's not like, it's not giving old lady. It's giving very much like I take care of myself powder. Like, I love myself. Like, not powder in the sense of like I'm dousing this on. This is like a fine powder, like almost like something that you would see in like a makeup case, like where you have like the different circles of powder. You know that powder is not going to be like, you know, like just all in the air when you like touch it. It's not going to do that. You know that this is a fine powder. That's what I'm getting from this, if that makes any sense. This is a very fine powder, almost like, you know, when you put on like a highlighter powder. It's a very fine powdery scent. Thank you. Fine powdery scent. Very lotiony, very like fresh, not fresh in the sense of lemons and limes or like a fruity fresh, but it's more so like a fresh, like bar of soap, a powdery lotiony bar of soap, y'all. This is a very likable fragrance. You can wear this practically in any setting. I would still prefer, if somebody were to wear this, I would prefer that they would wear it like, you know, with a blouse or, you know, something where you're not just wearing like a t-shirt like I was today. Like I went to the wax place today, and she was just like asking me, and I had on a t-shirt, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm trying this fragrance out, so I'm trying to get a really, really good gist of like what's going on in the fragrance. I also wore it yesterday all day as well, and I wore it the day before. I would say that the projection on this fragrance is very, very good, moderate. I would say that the sillage is moderate as well. One thing that I really, really appreciate about the house of Nishane is that their fragrances are very well rounded. Like your fragrances with them, it's not like you're gonna smell one note that just stands out in front of everybody usually. Like in most perfumes, you have a very specific note that, or something about the fragrance that stands out amid all of the other notes that are in that fragrance. And I feel like with Nishane, they do a very, very, very good job of like making sure that the fragrance itself is very like well-rounded. So it's almost like when I smell this fragrance, it's almost like somebody was like, okay, so we have the lotiony smell. Now let's just add like the powder, but we're going to make it a contained powder scent. And let's just soften it up a little bit. Like it's a very soft, like, you know, this part of the year is really, really good for these type of fragrances because they can be intimate, but the fragrance is also very much like expressive. You know, when people walk past, if you walk past somebody, they're gonna be like, oh, she smells really, really nice. I wonder what that is. You know, very unique. Like I said, it's soft, but it's moderate at the same time. It's not too soft. It is not a skin scent. Okay. This is a scent that is very likable. It's very agreeable, with most, I would guess, most people. Like if you're on a plane with this, I'm pretty sure people would, you know, appreciate you smelling so clean and so soft. Like it's one of those fragrances that definitely will calm people down. Like just smelling it is like a soft, lotiony, like fresh, lotiony fresh, you know, like ladies, I would say like if you got out the shower, you've got your hair pinned up, you know, in your rollers, you've got your makeup on, like, and you've got your, you know, silky robe on. Like I would say that's the vision that I'm getting when I spray this perfume. Like you're pretty much done. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like intimate is what I'm trying to say. It's like you're intimate, but it's not just intimate. It's like it's ready for the world. If that makes any sense. I don't know how to describe it. It's like, it's almost like, you know, like a person who's like an introvert, you know what I mean? Like they don't mind being seen, you know what I mean? But they don't really want to be front and center. This is what that is. She's not front and center, but when she may not be loud or obnoxious or the center of attention, but when she walks past you, you notice her. That is it. When she walks past you, you notice her and you're like, oh my gosh, who is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, or if this was a unisex scent, I would say the same thing about a man walking past, because I'm very much, you know, a heterosexual female. But because this is a feminine fragrance, y'all, I'm just saying, like, this is for your girl that is subtle, you know what I mean? Like, she's sophisticated, but she don't have to really put herself out there like that. She's just going to be who she is. She's going to walk into the room. And if you notice her, or if she walks past you, you're going to want to know who she is. Okay, so this is my take on Nishane's Vain and Naive. I'm trying to think of if I'm leaving anything out, you guys. I do think that for the amount of money that I spent on this fragrance, I will say that it is worth the money. This is something that is, if you're into something like J'adore by Dior, this is like something that's like Joy by Dior. I would say that if you like, also, this is one that's sort of like Prada's La Femme. It's on that same Prada La Femme has that sort of powdery, you know, scent to it, but it's not like a baby powder. It's like, it's a powdery scent, but it's like powdery, sophisticated powdery. So this is in that same, on those same ballpark, in the same ballpark, but this surpasses all of them. Like, this is the leader of the pack. So this is the leader of Dior's J'adore or Joy, or Prada's La Femme. Like, this is the leader. Okay, so they all got to fall in place. Okay, so I think Nishane is a great house. You know, I think this will be my third fragrance that I have, that I will be, well, actually, this is the second fragrance that I'm reviewing from them to y'all today. But I have 3 complete and total fragrances from the house of Nishane. I think they are an amazing house, you guys. I absolutely am amazed by the craftsmanship and the work that it takes to get these fragrances smelling so good. I love the well-roundedness. I love just all of the things that the other perfume companies or organizations or whatever you want to call them, houses, they haven't, I feel like Nishane is still bae for me. Like, Nishane is still bae for me, y'all. So, like, if you have Nishane's Vain and Naive by Nishane, let me know what you guys think. I do think that you should get her if you don't have her. Yeah. Also, in the box, you guys know that in these boxes, Nishane usually will put like a card. So I did not open up my card because I just left it in the box. So I just kind of want to see what this card looks like, because I think I showed you guys before, if I can get it out, that they all come with like a piece of art, which I think is so amazing. And this one, I did open this one up actually. So this one is a picture of a rose on some type of like piece of rock out in space. So it's giving very much the rose that grew from concrete type of vibes. Now, I'm pretty sure that, you know, that is not what they were going for. However, it's the only beautiful thing, you know, that's living on that planet. So that's something to think about. It's interesting because, you know, we never really know like what all, you know, art, you know, symbolizes or whatever like that. But I think it's interesting that, you know, we can all get something valuable out of just a drawing or a picture or, you know, a painting. So with that, you guys, I hope that you guys enjoyed my channel. I hope that you enjoyed my video. This is my review on Nishane's Vain and Naive. I hope you guys have a very great rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.